The nation received a fresh set of lawmakers as the oath-taking ceremony was conducted yesterday. Despite a host of challenges, the nation can be hopeful that the youthful faces at the parliament, along with the experienced stalwarts of national politics, can address the country's pressing issues to further bolster the state's constitution in the coming days. Good morning, I'm Abheudaya Shrestha, and these are the headlines of the hour. 2 days remain for the expiry of the deadline set by the President for government formation. Parties expedite parleys. Ruling coalition's meeting ends inconclusively. French serial killer Charles Sobraj released after spending 19 years behind bars to be handed over to the Department of Immigrations today. Preparations underway for France deportation. Defending champions Liverpool crash out of the League Cup pre-quarterfinals, suffer a 3-2 defeat against Manchester City. Newly elected members of the House of Representatives have been administered their oath of office in secrecy. However, 4 new parliamentarians were absent during yesterday's oath-taking ceremony. Senior-most member of the House of Representatives, Pashupati Shamsher Rana, administered the oath to the newly elected parliamentarians at the Parliament House in New Baneshwar yesterday.
जनता प्रति पूर्ण वफादार रही, सत्य निष्ठा पूर्वक प्रतिज्ञा गर्छु, ईश्वरको नाममा शपथ लिन्छु।
The parliamentarians were also provided the logo of the House of Representatives during the oath-taking ceremony. A total of 275 parliamentarians, 165 from the direct category and 110 from the proportionate, were elected to the House of Representatives from the November 20 parliamentary and provincial elections. Of them, 26 parliamentarians took the oath in their mother tongue. However, of the 275 parliamentarians, 4 did not attend yesterday's oath ceremony, and the Parliament Secretariat is to make a separate arrangement for them. The parliamentarians attended the ceremony in the national attire and dresses reflecting their ethnicity. Following the oath, the newly elected parliamentarians congratulated each other. Meanwhile, until a new Speaker of the House of Representatives is elected, senior-most member Rana is to shoulder the responsibility of House operation. Based on parliamentary regulations, the President is to call for the House session on the recommendation of the government, while a Speaker has to be elected within 15 days of the first Parliament meeting. Before the oath ceremony, an all-party meeting was held. During the oath ceremony, the Parliament Secretariat also informed the parliamentarians about the services and facilities for the members of the House. The Parliament is the place where parliamentarians elected by the public formulate laws and policies of the country. While shouldering such a significant responsibility, the parliamentarians must follow certain disciplinary requirements. The House of Representatives regulations has set guidelines for the parliamentarians to follow in the lower house. Parliamentarians violating these regulations can be expelled from the Parliament sessions as well. As provisioned by the Sections 20 and 21 of the House of Representatives Regulations 2018, parliamentarians cannot use their mobile phones inside the Parliament Hall, while they have also been prohibited from recording any audiovisual of the sessions. Members of the House have also been prohibited from using vulgar and insulting form of speech aimed at any individual, caste, religion, language, or sex. While a parliamentarian is airing the opinion, other lawmakers cannot speak, walk, or change their seats. The House regulations has also barred the parliamentarians from taking or reading unauthorized texts and newspapers during the House sessions. The lawmakers can exit the meeting only after the Speaker leaves the hall after the end of the House session. Any parliamentarian violating these and other guidelines set by the regulations can be expelled from the meeting hall. While these guidelines are new for those who have been elected to the House for the first time, many parliamentarians are already familiar with such provisions. However, those already aware of such regulations themselves have been violating the guidelines. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked the newly elected parliamentarians regarding their role and capacity of the member of the House of Representatives. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
आवाज उठाउनकै लागि मात्र आवाज हैन, आवाज सम्बोधन हुनका लागि आवाज उठाउने हो।
देशलाई अब यो ह्याङ पार्लियामेन्टलाई कसरी राम्रो तरिकाबाट चाहिँ सेफ ल्यान्डिङ गरेर जानुपर्ने हो त्यसमा चाहिँ हामी ध्यान चाहिँ केन्द्रित गर्छौँ।
अर्को चाहिँ सङ्घ र प्रदेश स्थानीय तहको जुन बीचको समन्वयको अभाव छ।
भोट माग्न जाँदा जितेपछि जाँदा जनताले व्यक्त गरेका चाहिँ भनाइहरू अहिले मेरो दिमागमा घुमिरहेका छन्।
जनताको आवाज चाहिँ सदनसम्म पुर्याउँछु।
बनाउनु पर्ने नीतिका लागि र नबनेका नीतिहरू त्यसका लागि काम गर्ने हो।
जुन थारूहरूलाई अहिलेसम्म पनि कारागारमा राखेको छ उहाँहरूको रिहाई उहाँहरूको माथि लगाइएको झुटा मुद्दा चाहिँ हामीले खारेजी नै भनिरहेका छौँ र हाम्रो मेन मुद्दा पनि यही नै रह्यो।
With the conclusion of the oath-taking ceremony yesterday, the political parties have intensified legworks for the formation of the new government. Senior leaders of the ruling coalition weighed in the prospects of their respective parties. However, yesterday's meeting ended inconclusively. Chairperson of CPN Unified Socialist, Madhav Kumar Nepal, has expressed willingness to become the president. Leader Nepal has hinted towards accepting the position if required. A meeting was held at the Prime Minister's official residence in Balwatar between Prime Minister Sherbahadur Deuba, Maoist Center Chair Pushpa Kamal Dahal and CPN Unified Socialist Chair Madhav Kumar Nepal regarding the formation of the new government. Disputes have surfaced regarding who will assume the top executive post first, while the parties are divided upon the nomination for the post of the president. CPN Maoist Center has proposed to make Chairperson Dahal the premier in the first tenure. The party, as a bargain, has put forth the names of the Unified Socialist Chairperson Madhav Kumar Nepal or Nepali Congress leader Ramchandra Podel for the post of the president. Nepali Congress, meanwhile, has maintained its claims for both the posts of Prime Minister and President. The government equation, therefore, has not been clear as of now. President Bidya Devi Bhandari had directed to form the government under Sub-Article 2 of Article 76 of the Constitution by coming Sunday, as none of the political parties were able to secure a majority. CPN Maoist Center has unanimously elected Chairperson Pushpa Kamal Dahal as the party's parliamentary party leader. The parliamentary party meeting held yesterday at the party office in the capital's Singhadarbar appointed Dahal as the party leader. Likewise, party secretary Hitraz Pandey has been elected as the chief whip, while Naran Kaji Shrestha has been picked as the party leader of the National Assembly. The party is set to appoint the deputy leader and deputy chief whip under the House of Representatives after further legworks. Addressing the meeting, Chair Dahal said that he would give continuity to the ruling coalition and hinted towards possibility of CPN Maoist Center leading the government during the first tenure if the coalition reaches a consensus. Chair Dahal said the new government would be formed with consensus between the ruling alliance parties within the deadline given by the president. French serial killer Charles Sobhraj, who was serving his life sentence at the central jail in Sundara for the past 19 years, has been released following the order of the Supreme Court of Nepal. He will be handed over to the Department of Immigration today because of inadequate time and arrangements yesterday. Sobhraj is to be taken to the Department of Immigration following his release from the central jail after correspondence from Bhaktapur and Kathmandu district courts. Sobhraj was arrested in Kathmandu in 2004 after he was first spotted in a casino. The Supreme Court had sentenced him to life in prison for murdering an American tourist, Connie Jo Brunzich, in 1975 in Nepal. In 2014, he was convicted of killing Laurent Carrier, a Canadian backpacker, and given a second life sentence. A writ of habeas corpus was filed demanding the release of 78-year-old Sobhraj on grounds of reducing sentences for senior citizens. Based on the writ, the joint bench of Justices Sapna Pradhan Malla and Til Prasad Shrestha had ordered his release and deportation within 15 days yesterday. Sobhraj was behind bars for 19 years in Nepal for his heinous crimes. 42 calves of Holstein cow breed have been brought in Nepal from South Korea to increase dairy productions. 79 other calves to be provided in aid by the government of South Korea are to arrive in Nepal within this week. According to the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development, cows of this breed produce 33 liters of milk every day at the age of 18 months.
And it'll make a great contribution to the development of Nepalese dairy industry. And also it'll contribute to the income increase of the Nepali farmers, and also it'll raise the Nepali people's health. And this is not only the beginning, and we'll also carry out the follow-up program through KOICA, our development agency in Nepal.
Actually means it's a beginning. It's a beginning which will continue, which means the effort that we have between Korea and Nepal will continue on to improve the life of many millions of smallholder farmers here in Nepal.
The calves will be kept in the quarantine facility of the Nepal Agriculture Research Council for 3 days, following which they will be distributed to the farmers of Kamalamai municipality in Sinduli. Government officials have claimed that this campaign will aid in meeting the increasing demand of milk in the country. Trade deficit of the country has diminished due to the restrictions on import. In relative comparison to last year, trade deficit has gone down by 18.77% between mid-November and December this year. According to the Department of Customs, import had figured 735 billion rupees until mid-December last year, while it has reduced to 597 billion rupees during the same period this year. The reduction in import has resulted in some improvement in the trade deficit. The government had imposed a ban on the import of luxurious vehicles, mobile phones, and liquors. However, with the improvement in foreign reserve, the restriction was lifted on 16th of December earlier this month, while the impact of the latest decision remains to be seen. At a time when imports are decreasing, exports have not increased. Instead, exports have decreased in a higher magnitude. Around 50% community colleges established with the objective of providing higher education across the country are at the verge of being shut down because of inadequate number of students. With the reduction in quality of education of such institutions, the University Grant Commission has recommended universities to merge such community colleges. Basanta Municipal Campus of Terothum, which has been providing academic programs for humanities, education and management streams, has only 65 students. The campus, which was established 12 years ago with the objective of providing higher education, is now facing financial crisis because of the reducing number of students. Of the 552 community colleges of the country, more than 250 do not even have 100 students. While such low number of students has resulted in financial crisis for the institutions, quality of education has also degraded. The Public Campus Association is of the opinion that community campuses have been compelled to bear the brunt, as Tribhuvan University has yet to pay attention towards regulation and monitoring of the entities. Analysts and education experts are of the opinion that this problem has surfaced as a consequence of the universities providing affiliations without adequate study under the pressure and influence of political leaders in the past 3 decades. Despite the presence of 50 students in the community colleges of mountainous districts and 100 in hilly districts, the University Grant Commission has been providing financial support. The Commission has therefore suggested the universities to merge the campuses, as quality has been compromised in the absence of adequate students. Around 200,000 students study in community campuses across the country. Absence of employment opportunities exists in the country despite receiving higher education, while the number of students leaving for abroad to seek future security is increasing by the day. These factors have also been identified as the reasons for the reducing number of students at community colleges. It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Here's the question. What should be done to enhance the attraction of students towards community colleges? Your options are A, improve quality, B, adequate infrastructure, and C, end politicization. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us.
Sports News.
Nepal T20 League has been postponed for the 3rd time and will begin tomorrow. The tournament, which was scheduled to begin today, has now been postponed by a day because of the delay in registration of players and the work permit for foreign cricketers. President of the Cricket Association of Nepal, CAN, Chaturbahadur Chand, said that the tournament would not begin on the scheduled date. However, CAN issued a statement saying the tournament will begin tomorrow. Earlier, the National Sports Council had said that CAN had not initiated any procedure for the work permit of the foreign cricketers. All 6 participating teams of the tournament have completed all required preparations, while all foreign cricketers have also arrived in Nepal. However, CAN was yet to furnish the contract agreements and registration of the players to the National Sports Council. And that's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.